Good evening, everybody. I see we have a full house. Welcome to everybody that joined. I see Moeen is here. Everybody's here. So really a full house. It seems like everybody's excited. I think I'm more excited than everything else. The energy is just crazy coming back from the biggest event in Cape Town, the LDW. So I just want to introduce myself. I will be your host this evening. So this actually last month was for my first year in the business. I have 50 members in my team. And this was my second LDW that I attended, but it was the first time that I could attend the Friday afternoon training, and I won't lie to you. It's so important to qualify for all the training. It's really important because what really stood out to me was with each speaker, the different nuggets and gems that you get as you go along with each speaker. But before I share my story, let me first go to our very first speaker for the evening, International Supervisor Cheryl Campbell, all the way from Cape Town, guys. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Okay, I'm just going to give you feedback. We don't have much time. I'm sure you all know my story by now. What I got out of the LDW, the most important weekend, as Hasim is, and it's so true. It was really a great inspiration for me, especially working towards making my business a success. And the manner in which the speakers also spoke to me was that we were unique and we find ourselves doing the plan in order to suit us. So this is where I found a lot of feedback from them. And especially the common ground that we work with the same plan and we follow it in order to set the levels and our goals in which we would like to reach. And the other thing that I also realized was that we really do not take advantage of the opportunities that is out there for us. We really need to look at the opportunities a little bit more. So all I can say is a million thanks for this incredible weekend. It left me with tears in my eyes, and I'm truly grateful to have had this opportunity to be there this weekend. Thank you very much. Hasim.
Thanks. Thank you, Cheryl. Really thank you for that story. And our next speaker was never attended any HOM, never any BBS, no meeting ever in her entire life. And she decided to go to one of the best leadership trainings of our time. These guys all the way from Lephalele, give a hand to International Supervisor Nicoline Odia.
Hi guys. Yeah, this was really an awesome event for me, a real life changer. It opened up my mind totally. So yeah, what I got out of the LDW was to figure out your why. Why are you selling Herbalife? Why are you using the products yourself? So figure that out, and you've got your first stone paved. Okay. And then the next one is loving and caring for your clients. Not only Herbalife related, just send them a WhatsApp, just a nice motivation. Not always Herbalife because they get fed up with it. So just caring and loving your clients is one of the most important stuff that I learned this weekend. Then the other one is get back to your basics. Your 15, 10, 5, 1. And then the 500 times 3 plus 2. It's really important. I didn't do it correctly from the beginning, so that's why my business wasn't doing very well. But yeah, I'm refocused. Yeah, I just need some tips to just get all the clients, because the clients in Lephalale, they are not very active and not very willing to try new stuff. And then the other thing is get the products in as much people's mouths as you can. Send out the trial packs, do the scannings, do the wellness assessments. The people really need this good nutrition, not only for our adults, but for the kids as well. We are not eating as well as in the olden days. Okay, so then the other thing is spread the love and the good nutrition one person at a time. So work with individuals, work with groups, but focus on loving and caring. Okay, and then the other one is follow up your clients while on their journey. Scan, measure, WhatsApp, do whatever you must do to follow them up, but let them feel love. Then they will take the journey with you. So yeah, I will be at the next LDW without any doubt. I will be at the Friday training and the gala dinner. So see you guys there.
Wow. Nice.
Well, thank you, Nicolene. Thanks really a lot. So next, guys, we have this amazing young lady and really amazing. She just got her first leg to active supervisor, you know. She killed it this month with more than 4,000 points. I'm like, hello, can we see what's happening here? We're having an active world team coming very, very, very soon. So guys, please give a hand for our international supervisor, Miloska Pfeiffer, all the way from Johannesburg. Woo!
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Speak up.
I don't know because I put earphones in. Anyway.
Louder, please. Take the part from your microphone closer to your mouth, please.
Okay, 1 second. Do you hear me now?
Better.
Perfect.
Okay, good. So, for me, Bia, before the training, we had an online meeting and she suggested that I go speak to all the people that I found inspiring or their stories inspiring about advice. So I was quite surprised to find that everyone I spoke to gave me advice that had to do with my focus and my heart. So I went to Linda, specifically said to me, Linda Mpabani, she's one of the, I don't know, chicks that's flying really quickly. But she said to me, love your team. These people have to be like your family. You have to be in this business like family together, support each other, be there not just for the business stuff, but in real life. I phone them all the time. I speak to them all the time. And your customers as well. So for me, a big thing is relationships, building intimate relationships with people, whether they sign up, whether they don't, whether they get involved, whether they don't, because we're not just distributors, we are coaches in life, in all this stuff, because most of the people, what they're going through with their weight and with their problems and all that stuff, it's not just about food, it's about their heart and the way they see themselves and everything like that. And it's our job to inspire them to believe that they can have a better life, they can have more, they can be more. And yeah, you know, I find as well in my own business, the more I change my perspective about the products, about the results, all that stuff. I used to think people are going to tell me it's expensive, and that's exactly what they used to say. And now that I got the results that I wanted, I now wear a size 28 pants again. Yay. I don't find the products expensive. I think I will pay 3 times as much for the products. So this is what I say to people. You can buy something cheap or you can buy something that works. And they don't tell me that it's too expensive anymore. I don't have the same issues I had before. And it all has to do with my point of view. So I really believe the training was so much inspired me so much to help people develop as people, and that will then automatically, you know, cause results as far as the Herbalife goes, and they will want to get involved in the company, not just because it's healthy and yes, the products are amazing, but it's a whole family of good vibes, you know. So we want everyone involved in that, and they must want to be a part of it no matter what. So yeah, that's what I got from the training. Thanks, Bia, for suggesting I go do that, because I was very nervous, but it worked.
Thanks, Miloska. So next
I'll definitely not miss another LDW. Definitely, no matter what. Definitely.
Thanks, Miloska. Really impressed with how your work ethic and how you're pushing it. Really impressed. So guys, next we have our international supervisor, Shukri Arends, all the way from Mitchell's Plain.
Okay, so here we go. what I got out of the LDW, I'm not going to do this on my phone. What I got out of the LDW is the fact that, to be honest with you guys, I wasn't gonna go. I had my own challenges and things, and then Bia motivated me, and Asim motivated me, and you know what? That was the best thing that ever happened to me. What the LDW did for me was even more than what the extravaganza did for me, because at the current time that I find myself, the place that I find myself at now. So, and the love that I felt from the people, from even and I haven't even spoken to anybody at that time. I also had to build my business, especially working with my members, and these things I wasn't clear about. And on the Saturday, because I had to go on the Friday, I actually got all my answers, all the answers that I wanted from my questions. So what I've also realized at the time is that I met people from all over. I met this guy from Australia, and he saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. Coach and as well as B has been seeing these things in me that I don't sometimes take note of. And I thought I needed to look at these things because these are the things that actually help me. So these are the things that I offer. What I have to offer is also the things I'm helping. I'm always helpful to help my people, to help my in their business, even work ethics in helping them. Why can't I put that same effort into my own business? And that's the things that really stood out for me. Also, another thing that stood out for me was the fact that I could pin one of my downline members to become active supervisor. So that's also something that really stood out for me. So yes, like I said, I'm not missing the name with LDW. Definitely, so that's what I have to say. So thanks.
So that sounded very emotional and very deep. So next we have newly qualified, first time, just qualified for the very first LDW, very first afternoon training, just qualified the afternoon as active supervisors, all the way from Prince Albert. Jacqueline and Claude, are they on the line, Bia?
Yes, I'm here. It's like my qualification on Friday. I just got in the call, so on Friday I just qualified. What stood out for me in the LDW was on Friday when Leslie Nicol got on stage and she told us the time that we feel like giving up. It's the time that we must continue on doing what we are doing one more time. If it has to be that we have to go to one more meeting one more time, go to one PBS one more time, and make that count. Employee to an entrepreneur, and you must be willing to pay the price in order to receive the prize. Then when we are signing up our members or identifying people to become our members, then we must check if they've got the same mindset as we do to take them on our journey. Then lastly, we must hold on to the things that excite us. And we must start working like crazy. That is in short what I've stood out for me.
So really thanks again. I'm just having a bad internet connection from my side, so I'm logging off from my PC and going on my phone. So next up is our newly qualified, crazy lady, crazy energy, just qualified for the Friday afternoon. Guys, speak to the hand for our brand new international supervisor, Roxana Zotenberg.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm sorry if your ears just got hurt, but I'm sorry. I'm still super excited. I still can't get over this energy. And I have to say, thank you, and thank you to Shukri to Hashim, and most of all to Bia. You guys rock. You guys are super awesome for pushing me to the extra mile to have been where I am today. I can't thank you enough. Honestly, I was crying, for those of you who noticed and seen me on the stage when Shukri was deepening me. It's a feeling that I cannot explain. It was the most emotional feeling that I've ever endured for thus far. I have to say that as soon as I walked into the room, the amount of people that was there, the way they treated you, the way they've been around you, doesn't matter who you are. And there was a part that was stated by Jacqueline, I can see you crying, from Karen, when she noted at the fact that whether you are a small fish in the sea or a big fish in the sea, it doesn't matter. We're all working towards one goal in helping every single person on this earth, one by one, helping one customer at a time. And each and every person here on the school is important. Doesn't matter if you only helped one customer. It doesn't matter if you've only reached the next step. You are going to get there. It's at your time. All you need to do is, it all depends on you, on your attitude, the way you want to be in your business, the way you want to do it. And for those of you who know me, knows that I'm doing this extremely part-time. As in, I've got a full-time job and I'm loving it. The amount of messages, the amount of thanks, that is all you want. You don't want, for me at least, that is all I want. Just a simple thank you, the simple recognition, the simple of knowing that I've helped that customer put a smile on their face and actually reach their goals. That for me is important. And for being a part of this Herbalife family, to be at the LDW, guys, it was the most amazing experience. And like Shukri said, the extravaganza was big. It was huge. Yes, there were thousands of people there. But with the LDW, you had a personal experience like Brett and Kelly. They came towards the audience. They went right to the back to each and every person. Doesn't matter who you are. They still treated you like royalty. And that to me is important. And like they said, you can't judge. Don't judge the next person. You never ever know when that person is the most important person in your life. So treat each and every customer as if they are your only customer. That is what I got from it. And thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody that was there and that was a part of me as well. Thank you.
Beautiful.
That was a lot, but powerful. Thanks, Luciana. And our last speaker for this evening, I think this is somebody that's really close and very dear to my heart. And she's somebody I always look up to, you know, somebody I always strive to be like. And that's important for me, having somebody to look at that you want, where you want to be at. So guys, without any further ado, give a hand to one of my biggest inspirations, international active world team member, Liesl. Please guys, give Liesl a hand.
Thank you. Okay, so I've been to quite a few LDWs, but I must say that this one definitely ranks right up there with one of the best ones I've ever attended. From a information point of view, from a heart point of view, there was just so many things that spoke to me and jumped out at me, and it's difficult for me to single out a few things, but on a personal level for me, in terms of where I am at in my business, one of the things that Bia said, say what got under your skin. So this got under my skin, that, if you're going to do this business, do it for real. Don't pay lip service to the fact that you want to do the business. If you're going to do it, get on with it and make it happen. And something that Karen Smith, 20K Pre-Team member, finished off with yesterday, she said, you can't take people on a journey you haven't taken yourself. So if you're working with team members and you're expecting them to do 15, 10, 5, 1, and you're expecting them to do 500 times 3 plus 2, you should be doing it yourself first. Because people will follow what you do. So if you're not doing it, you can't expect others to follow. And also realizing that it's not important how many people you bring into the business. It's what you actually end up doing with those people that is really important. So you can sign 20 people, but the chances of those people just jumping in and doing the business on their own is not going to happen. And then the other thing that was really important for me was this whole idea or the whole concept of creating a community. When you're looking at your customers, and this is something Maloshka touched on as well, You have to be involved with those people. It's not someone that you see once a week for a weigh-in for half an hour and that's it. You need to be a part of their lives. They need to become a part of your family. And what I've taken from that for myself is to now get a customer day going once a month for my customers. Aside from what we do with the BBS, is to set that up, invite them into my home. Because then you make them feel part of who you are and part of your life, and I think people will feel more open to share. My walking group that I started tonight, I was amazed with the people that showed up and the response that I got afterwards. And people are, this is such a great idea. Thank you so much. I've been wanted to start walking and I couldn't do it. And just as a natural flow, while we were chatting, while we were walking, I have people who are interested in the 6-day breakfast challenge just because of what they already started sharing while we did a 2.7 kilometer walk. So it wasn't even a long walk, but it's amazing what happens in the relationships that already started building on the first night. And after tonight, that also really hit home for me, how important that is, but also how hungry people are out there for some sense of belonging, somewhere that they can feel a part of something. And the potential what can develop out of that with the business. So that was really awesome for me. And then from a team member's point of view with my coaches, is to be able to, although we do focus group calls on a Monday evening, but I as a leader should spend separate time with them as well. And although my team is all over the place, the ones who are local, get them together and spend time with them. But the ones who are further away, gather them on a team call on a regular basis as well, and just touch base and see how things are going and where can I help and how can I assist and what questions do they have. Because when you've got all of that in the same frame and everyone is clear about the mission and what it is they're working towards, then everything just starts getting into a better flow. So yeah, that's what I took out of this weekend. Thank you.
Wow, that was powerful. And I just want to thank everybody for sharing their stories. And I've just checked now, we literally have a full house packed. Everybody's in it. It's really awesome. And there's not much that I can say what you guys haven't covered yet. But what I can say is I will never, ever, ever miss an event, ever. Because what I always said, the first LDW really stood out to me a lot. It changed a lot for me. But the funny thing is, every time I go to an event, it's something different. It touches my soul on a different level. It touches me as a person. And yes, the training was amazing. But how it impacted just the normal things in my life, not just my Herbalife business, it impacts everyday things in my life that I'm dealing with. But a few things really stood out for me, you know. And what I loved was that with every speaker that spoke, it doesn't matter who the speaker was, it doesn't matter what the topic that they covered, they left something with you. They left a gem, something that I could really carry with, something I can value. So what stood out to me the most was the customer journey. Really, really important. How I am with my customers, you know, because a happy customer will always share their experience with others. Very important. If a customer is not happy, they're not going to refer people to you. They're not going to refer people to me. So a happy customer, the treatment that we give the customers are utmost important. And that's where it comes to building a community like Maloska and Lisa spoke about. And one of my new people, she actually said, every time we have a weigh-in, we have a group weigh-in, where we have a shake party, and that's an excellent idea. That's a way of bringing the community together and keeping them together. So I love that one. But something that really stuck under my skin, like Bea said, what's sticking under your skin, was Jean. Jean Thompson was amazing. And the only words that ring through my head was, lock the back door. Lock the back door. You know, if I look at how much people that started my journey with me, that loved our products, that loved our amazing company, and then just they don't feel the same anymore. So I definitely need to work on locking the back door, you know, getting them to still loving what it is that we're doing. So very, very important for me is to lock the back door, you know, and keep it locked. Jim Moran said it beautifully. He said, master the skills. Master. That words echo in my mind all the time. Master the skills. But for me, I think Friday, those of us that wasn't so blessed to sit in the Friday training, please make sure you get yourself to the Friday training. Nelly Nickel said that weekend off, so perfect. Passion, fire from the heart. It was insane. the thing that really stood out to me was that everything starts in my mind. I need to make that mental shift. If I'm not ready to make that mental shift, it's not going to work. Everything happens in my mind. The whole journey starts up there. And it doesn't matter what happens in my life. Life happens, whether I'm in Herbalife or out of Herbalife. Life is always going to happen. So always do self-development. Doesn't matter what goes wrong, self-development is the key. She said something beautiful. She said, look in the mirror. Always look in the mirror and see and build the skill set. So what does it mean? It comes down to self-development. And another thing that really got under my skin was that she said was, most of us are always crazy busy, but busy with what? Are we really productive? Are we really being productive, or are we just being busy? And Roshana touched on this one. This for me is very, very important. We need to love and respect everybody.
That's so nice.
And the thing that we should stop doing is judging people. I don't know who can afford or who will make the priority to love our amazing products. I only have one job, and I have the responsibility to make sure everybody knows our product. Everybody gets to sample. If they can sample our products, so that's my responsibility to make sure everybody gets to sample our amazing products. I'm going to end off with a famous saying of Nasli, and I love it. She says, stop sweating over the small things and get to work. So thank you, Bia. Thanks, everybody. It was an amazing call. I love the energy. I'm going to hand you over. I'm not qualified to bring up our next speaker, just so by the way. But it's my honor to introduce to you international president team member. I call her Mama Bear. I don't know what you call her, but to the rest of the world, Bea Corey. Guys, give her a hand.
Thank you, everybody. So here's Mama Bear. We had the most awesome leadership development weekend, and all your stunning feedback brings it just back to me and so deep and close to my heart. I loved this weekend so much. I'm sorry that I wasn't in Joburg with all of you guys in Joburg. So sorry. Thank you for giving us the stunning feedback from the previous week where the LDW happened in Joburg. But this Cape Town event was really absolutely stunning. I loved every minute. I loved the hugs. I loved our team spirit, what we had. And thank you so much for your feedback, Cheryl, Nicolene, Shukri, Miloshka, Jacqueline, Ruxana, Liesel, and team guiding us through that call. Absolutely awesome. Guys, what is important now, and I think our outside speaker who we had, Alex Granger, he was like the cherry on top of the cake, actually. And he was talking about the possibility of you. And I wrote actually on a huge page only the possibility of you, because he made it so clear that each one of us, each one, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter what school education you have, doesn't matter what age you have, that each one of you have the possibility in you to be a champion. And he taught us championship thinking and championship doing. He said, don't wait to be validated by someone else. You validate yourself. You don't need somebody else's validation. He said, prepare yourself for success. Start to believe in yourself. And he told us the challenges will come. And we know that the challenges are out there, but they come anyway. So the more we go on a success road, the easier we overcome the challenges. And the closer we stick to the fireplace, the more we are at the meetings, the easier it is to overcome challenges. Because there is the hug, there is the inspiration, there is the fire from somebody else who fires up all of us as well. There is the self-belief, and then just bring in the speed. And we have now basically already, you probably saw it already when you checked your emails, we have the next leadership development weekend coming up. So it's up to you basically to decide. I'm in the next leadership development weekend. I'm pretty sure everybody who is tonight on the call, who was at the last LDW, that they have already, I saw already a couple of orders with the tickets, that they have ordered a ticket now. This is the difference now. When you start to believe and you know and you have that self-belief, you're going to get your ticket now already for the leadership development weekend. There's two reasons for it. First of all, it's the commitment towards yourself, towards your future. And when you have the ticket, then there's no question anymore that you go there. But you get, second of all, you get an early bird gift when you order your ticket now, and you get it for a cheaper price. But more important is the moment you are committed in your heart, in your brain, in your mind, that you go to the Leadership Development Weekend and you have your ticket, you can with all fairness talk to your members, and we can help together to guide everybody to qualify for supervisor. April, May, June, July. Here are people on the call just now. He comes up. Muin is 16 years old. Muin, I want to have you at that Leadership Development Weekend. And I do anything which is possible, and I know Hasim is doing it, and I know Rukhsana is doing, and each one who is here on the call, we support you, we assist you, we give you the plan that you are qualified as a supervisor at the Leadership Development Weekend. Each member in your team deserves it to be qualified for the next Leadership Development Weekend. But we need to start the plan now. Each one of you who is on a supervisor level deserves to be in the Friday training, deserves to be in the Friday morning training, deserves to be in the gala dinner. It's all a planning now. It's that preparing for the success. It's being clear. I go there, I do it. Put it in your diary. 21st till the 23rd of July is the Cape Town LDW. 21st till the 23rd. 28th till the 30th is the Joburg LDW. We have the most awesome leader coming to South Africa. He comes all the way from the US. He's a young guy. He grew up as a baby drinking the Herbalife shake, but he is now already in his late 20s, early 30s, I'm not sure, but he's pretty young, pretty good looking, and he's coming all the way from America and teaches us what he has learned as his parents basically did the business. There is a whole dynasty, all family members, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters. And so look it up in the internet. His name is Zach Turtle. He is super successful. His dad is John Turtle. When you look that up, they have a history in Herbalife further to none. They know Mark Hughes like you know your brother and your sister. So what we have to expect there is a training what you can't believe. This one was great. The next one, I even don't know if we will find words to describe it, but it's all a planning which starts in our head now. We have now the business building seminar on Saturday in Cape Town, but in a lot of other regions. Look that you get connected to the fireplace. I tell you now something, Jacqueline lives in Prince Albert, so she's far out from everything. But once a month she makes a plan and drives 2.5 hours to George to be at the BBS in George. So she makes a plan because she knows she needs that fireplace to build her business. But further, she said, Bia, I want to build a Herbalife opportunity meeting. It's 2 days, really no Herbalife opportunity meeting. And we sat down and we were thinking, what can we do? And at the end we came out and said, okay, Tuesday we have live HRMs in all different regions, just not in Prince Albert. And we decided on a Thursday evening, beginning from next week onwards, Corinne, just not for me, on Thursday evening, 7:30 on the 14th of, Wednesday evening, sorry. Wednesday evening, you will see everything on our WhatsApp group. We start an online Herbalife opportunity meeting. 30 minutes, short and sharp. We will have an online Herbalife opportunity meeting for our lovely team members in Lepalale, in Prince Albert, from wherever they want to dial in, and we support all with our stories. We build that up to something very magnificent. So I don't want to talk any further, just 2 more things. I want to say huge congratulations for everybody who qualified for the Leadership Development Weekend, first of all. Second of all, who attended to the training. It's one thing to qualify. The second part is to decide to be there. And third of all, a huge congratulations to our first leg qualifier, Miloshka, on her way to active supervisor, on her way to qualify for the Friday training. Rukhsana, Yakareen, qualified, fully qualified for this Friday training. Huge achievement. Now this month is your month to make it happen for the world team, and you will be chosen for one of our next Monday trainings to explain each one of us how you did exactly the qualification to the active supervisor, so that everybody has a fair chance to qualify for active supervisor. So without any further ado, I hand it all back to you. Just let's make some noise. Just let's be excited for an excited week, for an excited month, for the best month we ever had. I just say thank you and I love you lots. Woo! Thank you, everybody.